tonight. He's a giant in the Hamilton, Niagara, NDP sphere. He's a seasoned organizer, a former MP elected twice in Hamilton Centre, and now a political and communication specialist with the Amalgamated Transit Union. He's supported game-changing policies like anti-scab laws, pharmacare, and my personal favorite, a wealth tax.
Yeah!
He's also part of NDP Renewal, and he's going to tell us, I think, a little bit more about that movement tonight. Please welcome Mathew Green.
Woo!
We're going to do a vibe check right now. We're going to do a vibe check, a little bit of a roll call right off the top. I came into the place, right? First of all, I came down to QEW to get the vibes right. I had to be vibing to City and Color. You know, come on out here and say that. I come through the door. What's the first folks I see? Shout out Acorn right there. Then I see my posties in the House of UPW, but not just leading on those front lines and strike lines, leading in the district labor councils. So if you are a union member in this area, please stand up real quick. If you're a unionized member in this area, please stand up. Shout out to the unions who made it out here tonight. Okay, you can have a seat. Stand up if you are a working class person who is fed up with the rising costs, the stagnated wages, and the bullshit from your bosses. Stand up.
Yeah!
Have a seat. Stand up if you are a senior who has fought for benefits, pensions, who has fought to save public services, who has contributed to your community, who is receiving a pension and wants to make sure that that pension isn't stolen by inflation. You don't have to stand up, just give us a wave. Give us a wave and you're retired. So when I came in, the first thing I do is the first thing I always do, which is talk to folks, get a sense for who's who and what's what. And guess what? I had some great conversations, and the conversations went as follow. What are we going to do? I'm sorry about your loss. What's going to happen next? How do we build power? Where is power? What's the party going to do? And I'm not here to pretend like I have all the answers, but do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news.
Let's start with the bad news.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, thank you.
No one's coming to save you from yourselves. There is no charismatic leader who's going to win this next leadership race and have the right slogan, the right vibes, the right social media campaign to take this party out of the wilderness back into relevance. That will not happen. Now, do you want the good news?
Yeah!
The good news is, the great news is, the power is already in this room right here tonight with all of you.
Whoop whoop!
Now, this isn't just a theory. I didn't come down here just to cheerlead you. I came here to tell you that this theory of change has happened in places like Hamilton. And it's happened on 3 steps. I'm going to take you through it. Repeat after me. First step is socialize. Socialize. What does that mean? Well, on the left, we're often reacting to all the shit that's happening. You know, they call it flood the zone is what Steve Bannon calls it. And the right is taking that on. And we're looking at this fire and that fire, this crisis and that crisis, and we're constantly reacting. But when we do it, we get into spaces with people we don't know and we don't trust. And what's the first thing that happens when there's a little bit of tension? We fall apart. They say the left eats itself. So my relationship with this region, it didn't start with a phone call from Jeff, although I love Jeff and his mustache. I would vote for both. It actually started like close to 10 years ago with my comrade Greg. Because I was a city councilor, he was a city councilor. We were facing very similar issues. We were getting together. We wanted to know how we were going to help improve the material conditions for working class people in our neighbors and our neighborhoods. Our relationship is 10 years just between the two of us in these regions because our material conditions are very much the same. So that when a call happens, and I know, like it did when there was trivia night, right, 3 years ago with Niagara West or whenever that was, that we come out and we do this work because showing up matters. I'm going to tell you what, when a new Democrat shows up on a picket line, that is worth 10,000 likes on Facebook. That is worth 1 million views on TikTok when a comrade shows up when someone's back's against the wall and their meals are taken off their plate and their jobs are being sold off in privatization. Because when workers have their backs against the wall, the first thing they do is they look like this. Where the hell is everybody? Where are these politicians who come to us at election time? So what does solidarity look like? Solidarity for us looks like showing up for one another. It doesn't mean having perfect politics, because there is no perfect politician. No. It means showing up for people when their back's against the wall. I've done it in Hamilton. You know, you go into the north end, into some of these steel mills, and you got the fuck Trudeau people. I'm sorry to my seniors. You know, you got the fuck Trudeau people, and they're like, Jagmeet Singh too, and all you guys suck. And I'm like, that's cool, comrade. I'm here. Here's your coffee. Here's the donuts. I'll see you tomorrow. And you show up again, and you show up again, and you show up again. And you know what happens? I get to another picket line. I get a tap on the shoulder. I turn around. I got a comrade head to toe in paint because he was just painting steel cars all day. He goes, you remember me? I'm like, goddamn right I do. He's like, I'm here. You were there for us, we're here for you. That's what solidarity looks like. So after we socialize, sometimes it's pizza, sometimes it's picket lines, sometimes it's protests. We socialize and we get to know one another and we build that trust. And after we build the trust, we do the next step, which is called, repeat after me, organize.
Organize!
You cannot organize until you socialize. You cannot stick with tactics until you have a strategy. So after you socialize and then you organize, you do the third step, which is, repeat after me, mobilize.
Mobilize!
We got 3 steps: socialize, organize, mobilize. The problem with our party, for too long, we've only gone to people at the mobilization. We've only gone to them at election time, asking them, can I have a lawn sign? Will you donate to me? Will you come knock doors? No, that's not enough. We have to be there in between with our comrades.
Yes.
So the relationship is there. We have to shift our party from relationship, or I should say from transaction, which is what it is, with those goddamn spam emails 4 times a day.
Oh!
We got in another $450, into relationship. Now, this is not likely going to happen within the next couple of months into the next election. It is not going to happen when a new charismatic leader is elected and decides that they're going to have a new social media campaign. It is going to happen in between elections in rooms just like this. Right. It is going to happen in community, is where we're going to rebuild and renew the power. And so the reason why I'm here today with Renewal is because when I looked at the choice between duplicating a failed theory of change, which is chasing the ghost of Jack Layton, and I say that with respect in my name. I say that because that process has not won, that if we are true Democrats, I'm a democratic socialist, if I'm a true socialist, I don't believe in the charismatic leader, I believe in community power.
Yeah!
So, you are going to hear from candidates. I'm going to wrap it up because my buzzer went off. You are going to hear from candidates, and they're all great comrades. These are people I've worked with. I love Tony. He's a vibe. I don't know him well, but we need him in the movement. The party started with a CCF that was rooted in farm, rooted in rural, rooted in working class. We definitely need to revisit that. Folks like Tony are going to be critically important. But more important than 5 people going across the country telling Canadians what they believe is the compelling vision for the future of the country, more important than that is having tens of thousands of new Democrats engaging in deliberative democracy and finding the collective wisdom in rooms just like this, so that when we go into the next convention, we are going to wrestle power away from the consulting class and that small self-proclaimed vanguard that has been directing this party federally and provincially across the country for the last 15 years. That is the theory of change, and it requires some disruption, and it requires all of you. So this is a call in. I would love for you to visit ndprenewal.ca. We do need regional organizers. We need town halls just like this, where we can get into the nitty gritty. As soon as I hand this mic over, I'm going to go down there. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to open up my ears. And I'll just say this, plain talk is not bad manners, comrades. So if you have things to say them. I won't be offended by it. And if I could just leave with this. For some of you, it's your first time here. You don't know what you signed up for. For some of you, you've been after this for a lot of generations. I want you just to give this reflection. I do this in rooms all across the country. Give this reflection on 2 things. The first thing is, why are you a New Democrat? What does that mean for you? And the second thing is, why did you prioritize being here tonight? Because the power of those two things for you personally will allow you to go out and have conversations with 3 to 5 other comrades and say, hey, you know what? I went to this really energetic room on Friday. I know you're feeling isolated. I know you're pissed off at your boss. I know you can't pay your rent. I know your landlord's trying to kick you out. Come and join us. Bring people out of isolation. Your story is more powerful one-to-one than any, again, slick video, ad, slogan, all of that stuff. So that's what we're moving beyond, and that's why I'm happy to be here tonight. Thank you so much for having me.